Hello everybody, welcome to my social thread. I'm Sienna.
And I'm Crystal, and today is day 21 of Vlogmas, and we are going to start off with our advent calendars.
No, we did 19.
Yes, we did 20. Which one are we going to go for first? Fabric Godmother 21 is right down here. Shoes. The tip says, oh, not this again. Use a piece of washi tape on your sewing machine to note the needle you are using. What does that mean?
Right, what did we get the last washi tape from?
Oh, maybe to note, as in just write it on.
I think it's washi tape.
Normally washi tape you can use as a seam guide. But did we not get washi tape already? No, we didn't. We got it from here. Because it was the same star. It was the star one. And that was like their fabric. It is washi tape. It's very pretty washi tape, so I'm a bit annoyed that we got a second batch of washi tape, but it is very, very pretty.
It's way less than the last one.
So it's a pink floral. It almost reminds me of Rifle Paper Company. But the other washi tape we got, can you get it from the, where is it? Do you know where it is? Oh, there it is. Can you see the blue star one? So that is actually very, very pretty. I don't really use washi tape. I know people use it for like their diaries or their sort of notebook journaling, and yeah, it's definitely from Fabric Godmother, because I was saying how that looks like one of their fabric designs. So I don't know, 2 washi tapes in the same advent calendar. What do you guys think? It's not thinner, it's just thinner. It just looks thinner. See, it's the same because the pattern's on the same side. Okay, and next we have, which one?
Kylie and the Machines.
Kylie and the Machines countdown. So I think we're back to the thing now.
4.
So how are we going to count down?
It's 4 and then it's 20, 2, 3,
yeah.
4.
So we're day 4.
What is it? A mat.
It's a lovely mat in the corner there.
It is.
Label.
Super proud of this.
Super proud of this. That looks very retro to me for some reason. Maybe it's the font. Super proud of this. And then Kylie and the Machines logo at the back there. Thank you very much. I think they could have put a bit of colour on that maybe. But still, very good label. Very nice label.
Reminds me of hot dogs for some reason.
Beyond the Pink Door, day 21. Ooh, guess.
It's the
looks
card.
like paper. Yeah, so what could it be?
Oh, I can't believe it. And at the end, so excited.
A bookmark. Oh, maybe like those flexible ironing hemming tools.
Actually, it's nothing to do with sewing, so. If it's something super nice, will you give it to me?
It is. Is it an ironing one?
No, it's not.
No, so it's a sewing gauge from Hemline. It kind of reminds me of the sort of thing you get in a Filofax, you know, the little rulers. So I wonder if you can, so I don't think you can iron on this one because it does look very plastic. But it's basically like a flexible, so I have one of those, is my ruler there, Sienna? Not that one, the other one. Those prim rulers that I use as my seam gauge or sewing gauge, and that's metal, so this is just the flexible version. It's got centimetres at the top, centimetres at the bottom. And I assume these little dots here are maybe for buttons. I'm not sure. And then it has like a 45 degree, 90 degree. What would you use that for? I'm not quite sure. But there you go. That's what we've got from Beyond the Pink Door. Right, let's rate them.
I think I like Beyond the Pink Door, Fabric Godmother, and what's it? Not what's it called again?
Kylie and the Machines.
Kylie. He was saying Kateri for some reason.
Okay, so mine, despite the fact that we've got 2 washi tapes on in the Fabric Godmother Advent Calendar, which I think maybe they could have thought of something else because they already had a washi tape. This is actually my number 1, only because it's so pretty. And it does remind me of Rifle Paper Company. This is very pretty pink with all these florals on it. So that's my first place. Second place would be the sewing gauge. And third place would be Kylie and the Machines for me. That way?
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you so much. You want to put all these away from me, my love? So we've only got three more boxes. Oh, I shouldn't. Oh, what was that?
24 looks so exciting.
3 more boxes left. So, sewing chat. Just put it on just put it up here. So sewing chat, not so much. I have finished the girls' drawstring dresses, Tabitha drawstring dresses, but my drawstring from eBay hasn't yet arrived. So I will show you that once the drawstrings are on, because at the moment it just looks like a straight dress, which doesn't really do it any justice. So once I get the drawstrings, I will take photos of the girls and then I'll show you those. So I've done 2 of them.
It's so stuffed that it can't close it.
I have ordered some drawstring from eBay. Sienna, if you put this on my in the thing box, you know what I mean.
I do.
The the little trip things there, just those things.
Should we do the buttons as well?
No, not the buttons. I like the buttons in there. Sorry, I did order some drawstring on eBay, but I don't think it will arrive on time. So I'm thinking I'm due to go out tomorrow just to get some stuff that I've ordered from Next. Actually, I'm having it delivered to the house, but I always buy different sizes of things. Yeah. And so I am going to be going to Next tomorrow anyway to do the returns.
Okay, bye-bye.
And next to Next is a hobby craft. So if my drawstring doesn't arrive tomorrow, I'm just going to get some ribbon, burgundy ribbon for both of those dresses. And I need 1.5 meters per dress. So I'll get 3 meters of that. So that will be done and dusted. What else was I going to say? And tonight I'm going to cut out my Estelle in the Lady McElroy Scuba, which I have washed and dried. So I have washed and dried. And that's it. So I think tomorrow's vlogs will now be pre-recorded. So tomorrow's all the way up to Christmas Eve. I will all pre-record that tomorrow and then show off my makes on those days. I might be able to show you some of our Christmas decorations. It's slightly different this year because we aren't spending Christmas in our house this year. We're spending the New Year's instead. So we don't have a real tree this year. So last year we had the lovely big 7-foot real tree downstairs, and then our artificial, I think it's 7 foot as well, or 6-foot tree we've put upstairs in our landing where I normally take my photographs for my Instagram shots, in front of the stained glass window, which is really lovely. And then we have like lights and foliage on the banister, and then lights in some of the windows and lights on our sideboard downstairs in the hallway. So this year we don't have the real tree because we aren't going to be spending Christmas here. It's a bit of a shame, really. So we've just got the artificial tree this year. So I'll try and show you some of that tomorrow. And what did we do today? So today we had the children, the 4 older children, had their music recital at our piano teacher's house, which is only down the road, 5 minutes down the road. And they live in this lovely cottage. It's not a cottage, it's an old farmhouse that they've renovated, but it's not modern, it's still very cottagey. And they had their real Christmas tree set out, and our piano teacher has a grand piano in his living room, and the whole top of the grand piano he's organised, or his wife has organised, like a Christmas village scene. So all these you get these little miniature houses with snow and then little lights inside. So they've got quite a few of those, and they've organised it really nicely on top of their piano. So the 4 older children, Tyler, Tristan, Sienna and Gabriel, did their music recitals. Sienna and Gabriel are grade 1 in piano. Tristan is grade 3, Talia is grade 4, but Talia has decided to switch over to violin for now. So she's in grade 1 for violin, just because she's quite good, I suppose, competent in piano, and she thought she'd give violin a go. And basically what happened was, just before COVID, she got a violin for her birthday with the intention of getting lessons, but then violin struck. But then COVID struck, and obviously nobody was doing any lessons. So we've had it in our house for like 2.5 years now. And so finally, now that we've moved, we've had a piano teacher that we met through the home ed community. So I met his wife and his family in the home ed meetup that we have twice a week, once a fortnight in our local area. And so he does the piano and the violin lessons. And so today they had like their sort of annual Christmas recital. And it was really, really nice because actually there should have been more students, but because of the weather, lots of children are coming down with coughs and the colds and flus and things. So it was only 3 families there, but they all did their sort of piece that they've been working on. And then we sang some Christmas carols, and then we had some hot chocolate with marshmallows and cream. And so there was some mulled wine as well. I don't really like mulled wine myself. And then mince pies and homemade cookies, which are really, really lovely. And then we just got back from there. What else is happening? Tomorrow, the children have their karate lessons. And I think that's it, because I think we're just stopping everything now, because obviously just the lead up to Christmas. And that's it. That's all the news I have. Nothing else to talk about. Sienna wrapped up all the children's presents last night, which was quite nice. And we've just checked to see batteries, that, you know, sort of battery requirements of things. And we put all the Christmas presents under the tree. So there's a little bit of excitement from the children with the lead up to Christmas. And that's it. I'm actually really looking forward to the end of the advent calendars to see what the sort of Christmas Eve gifts are. I forgot to say yesterday, from the Fabric Godmother advent calendar, the things that I have liked is the £10 voucher, the Pigeon Wishes buttons, those little snips. And I did go on the website. It's called... it had a little slip on it. Oh, I don't know where it is, but I had a look on the website, and all they sell are, they only sell scissors, but really fancy ones, so like all different shapes, different colors, different metals, and they're like a sewing scissors website basically. So that was quite nice to have a look at that. I've never heard of that company before, and I never will do again, because I've lost the form, the little card that came with it. And then the only other thing I did like was the this seams, a faux leather tape measure. It's a bit dirty. So that's the other thing I like from Fabric Godmother. Although, yeah, I won't complain. I was going to complain about the washi tape again, but I've already said that. And I do actually like the washi tape that I got today. What could I use it for? I know some people use it as a seam guide for on their sewing machine. I could use it on my overlocker. I do wonder, actually, you know, with the overlockers, the standard seam allowance in England, in the UK, I believe, is 5/8 of an inch. So I don't understand why all of the my overlockers, the Singer one that I have, I don't know if any other overlockers do, they don't have a 5/8 seam guide. So I've had to kind of draw mine on my machine, which is really odd, because if that's the standard thing, there should be a line for it, right? Like on the sewing machine, you have a line for the 5/8 seam allowance. So anyway, I have seen people use their washi tape for that. I do have the magnetic seam allowance guide that I got from Beyond the Pink Door. I haven't actually, I mean, it's stuck on my machine, but I haven't had the need for it yet. But it's just a nice sort of sewing gift to have. But yeah. Oh, and also, I don't know if I could show it to you. The Knitting and Stitching Show are advertising for their interest for 2023. And if you scroll down on the email, there's a picture of myself, Adele Sew for Serenity, and Claire Stitch Hem Sew. They've used the photo of us there when we were there last year to advertise their new Knitting and Stitching Show, which is really lovely. I might be able to post a picture up here. Otherwise, it should be on my Instagram page at my social thread. And in the meantime, that's it really. I will see you tomorrow. Oh, I have also actually mended my heather blazer coat, which I really actually can't show you, so I really shouldn't talk about it so much, because it's my blogger project for Jenny Stitches. But I don't know if you remember, I had put 2 left arms or 2 right arms, I can't remember which, on, and the seam was really annoying here, and I was going to leave it, but then I just left it to one side, and I just thought, I'm not going to change it. In the end, I did. I had to open the inside center seam of the lining, take the sleeve out, the lining out, undo the sleeve, and I just basically inverse the sleeve, and I just attached it back on, and it was actually quite easy to do, especially because it was wool. It wasn't fraying or anything. So that's all done, and I wore the coat again today, so I'm very happy with that. And that should be coming out January sometime, when Jenny puts it on her blog. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. This is a quick one. I will see you again tomorrow. Take care. God bless. Good night. Bye bye.